My name's Phil Thompson. I'm the head teacher at St John's CV Primary School in Southport. I've currently been in post here for the last 18 months, having served as a deputy beforehand. A very exciting, very small school, a small village school up at the top end of Southport. We're currently 165 children on roll. Oh, it was absolutely fantastic news to hear that we'd won the BiC Olympiad, Handwriting Olympiad, sorry. It came as a complete shock to go down there with the number of schools that must enter these competitions, and to find out that we'd gone out there and won it with being such a small school was just fantastic news. And any prizes we can get for the children as a result, or any recognition that we get as a result for work that the children have done, is just brilliant for the school. Handwriting is such a valuable life skill. It's so important for the children to be able to learn to how to present their ideas, how to present themselves and get themselves across on paper, not just in a digital way. There is so much technology available, but being able to write legibly and write beautifully is a key skill, and shows that the person really cares about themselves, the way they put themselves forward, that they take the time to present themselves well. And it's about showing that the children, and educating the children from a very young age, that they really need to take great attention to detail and to really push themselves forward, articulate themselves well within. It's not just about talking, but being able to put it on paper. Ofsted has placed a great deal of emphasis on writing and handwriting now over the years. I feel that much of that is due to the standards in writing across the country. It was certainly an area that is seen to be underperforming. Children are underperforming compared to the reading and the maths. Certainly it was true in our own school, and certainly something we wanted to identify to improve. In the fact that writing was seen as an area for improvement in our school improvement plan, and handwriting is a key area in addressing. It's certainly not the be-all and end-all. There's a whole writing process, but it's certainly an important facet, is to make sure that the children are able to get their ideas down and to get plenty of content down to show off the ideas that they have in a legible, clear, and in a way that makes the reader want to read their work. Ofsted are placing a much greater store in the book scrutiny and looking through the work that the children do day in, day out. It gives a far more accurate picture of what they're capable of. Handwriting and the presentation of the children, it should not be something that is just a one-off. It should be something that is continual. It is something that is consistent through all their work. The quality of teaching the schools do should be evidenced in those books as well. And we're looking now, I'm really hoping that Ofsted will really be able to pick up on some of the fantastic teaching that's going on and some of the wonderful learning that's taking place in our school, certainly. We've been absolutely delighted to have the team from the Start B handwriting assessment in school with us today. It was eye-opening for me to see some of the work that had taken place with the children and the assessment that was taking place. I'd always seen, I think, and always taught myself handwriting as the end product that you see on the page in front of you. And there was a lot of emphasis in my work was on looking at how the letter formation was, or in how the words and letters are joining together, rather than the basic skills that go into even before the letter formation. Seeing the children and the way they're sat at the desk, the way the paper is positioned, the way the pencil grip plays such an important part in making sure that the handwriting is high quality. It was eye-opening, and I know that as a result it will certainly change the way that we teach some of our handwriting sessions in school. We have delivered several bits of training to our staff in order to provide better handwriting sessions for the children. Part of that includes inset training for staff, where we work together on developing the practice that we want to put in place throughout the school, working together to decide which year groups that certain activities need to take place in. Our subject coordinator for English puts a lot of work in monitoring the work that's taking place and ensuring that the standards we're looking to produce throughout school are maintained. Book scrutiny is a regular practice where, again, the standard of presentation and handwriting is key in ensuring that the work is high quality in all aspects. I would recommend that every school has a handwriting assessment from Start B, following on from today's work that took place. Before today, I would have said that our handwriting, some of our children in school had beautiful handwriting and that the presentation was very good. Following today's work, I can now see how these children can be pushed on even further. That even the children with the best handwriting at primary school, it may mean to them plateauing or not being able to improve any further. But now I can see ways in which these children can be pushed on and on and on even further to achieve the very best that they can. Well, I can be quite honest and say that I've never seen a Start B handwriting assessment before in my time as a teacher or as a head teacher. And following today, certainly it is something that I'd be very interested in continuing within school and making sure that our children are assessed regularly throughout their time, and to make sure that we are then able to plan as a whole school which strategies or which aspects of handwriting we need to work on in order to make sure that we are producing the very best writers in our school. What has been particularly useful as a result of today is seeing some of the resources that are available to really help the teaching of quality handwriting. The BiC resources that were produced as part of the Start B assessment, the pencils with the guides for lining up the fingers, were essential, and immediately you can see how much it's going to help the children and how easy it is for the children themselves to adjust and make sure that they're doing everything for themselves that they can do. And it's certainly something that we will be looking to do, which is invest in the BiC equipment in our school.